We're just getting older, world is getting colder. Trying to get sober, Lord help me get stronger. World is on my shoulders.
So KG, tell me, you've been at First Step Recovery working for a while. They've been doing Fun Friday for a while now.
Yeah.
But the idea of doing the karaoke on Friday, what gave you that idea to actually start something different and lean more towards that side of doing things for the clients?
I don't know, man. I know how hard it can be to come out of your comfort zone, you know what I'm saying? But once you get out of your comfort zone and you realize it's not that bad, you know what I'm saying? Then you get used to it. It's not that bad to come out. It's a good thing to come out of your comfort zone because that's where growth starts, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I just wanted to have fun, realize you can have fun in recovery. You know, when I used to get up there in karaoke, I'd have to be drunk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we're getting up there now.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to getting up there next time, practicing. And it's just a thing that it brings them together too, you know what I mean?
How you doing today?
Good.
So what's your name?
Hannah.
Where you from?
I am actually from Ohio.
Ohio?
Yep.
How long you been here?
I've been in Louisville for about 5 years.
5 years? What brought you here?
My husband's work, actually. Yep.
So how have you been enjoying being at First Step so far?
Been doing good.
Been doing good?
Yep. Had some ups and downs, but I'm okay.
How do you feel about the way that the client and work environment is here between client and people who work here?
I feel like it's really good. I feel like the staff really cares about you here. They've always went out of their way to help me with anything that I needed.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like they actually care about you and not just like you're just somebody who's just coming through type thing?
Yeah, definitely. They definitely make me feel like it's more personable here, like that they care. They will sit down and take time to talk to you one-on-one when you need them.
Yeah, so they like really try to get to know you as a person instead of just, hey, we want you here, you be gone type stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
That's a great thing to hear. What are some things that you learned since you've been here?
I've definitely learned that I need to learn how to communicate my emotions better. I've learned that it's good to do stuff that's uncomfortable. It helps you change, and I feel like I've been growing a lot since I've been here.
Oh, awesome. So does Friday Fun Day help you step out of your comfort zone?
Definitely. Because I don't like to do anything like get on stage or talk in front of people.
Yeah, you see, now you're on the whole podcast getting an interview right now.
Right.
How does it feel overall to overcome some of the nerve-wrackingness of stepping out of your comfort zone?
It makes me feel good, more confident in myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You usually don't step out of your comfort zone. That's what you
No, I don't.
No?
No.
You feel like you're going to do more things now that to step out, like more positive things?
Yeah, definitely.
You're more up to it now?
Yeah.
So overall, you think it's a good thing?
Yeah, I do.
It's a great thing to hear. Appreciate you for coming on.
All right, thanks.
It kind of loosens up the clients, you know, just because they're programming all week, like 4 days. And then on
So
the fifth day,
so on First Step Recovery, 4 days out the week, they do a program?
yeah, they do classes Monday to Thursday. Then on Fun Friday, we have them all come here just to do something fun. Let them rewind for the weekend, you know what I mean?
Oh, so that's a great thing because I hear maybe some programs, they might just try to drill work in there, but it seemed like with the Fun Friday, I think and a lot of other people, they talk about, you know, how it gives them a chance to wind down, and not only that, get to communicate more, because when you come into class, you're just doing a job or whatever, and then you're out.
Yeah.
But then when you come in Fun Friday, people are able to just communicate, get to know each other, get more on a personal basis with each other.
So that's another thing, like, you know, they don't see every peer through the week. So that kind of brings all the peers in. You know, a lot of us staff goes in there, and we even jump in and do it so they see, like, you know, they see it's out of our comfort zone too. You know what I mean? I'm not used to being on stage like that. And I would never dream I would get up there. You know what I mean? But you know, we got up there and killed it last week.
Yeah, we killed it. I can't lie, man. Like I was sitting there and I'm getting the video ready and things like that, and to shoot it and everything. And the next thing you know, you're like, hey, Yeah, man, we gotta go out there and do. We gotta go out there and do it.
You try not to get up there.
That threw me off the rip. I was like,
Y'all
nah,
trying to hide. Everybody's trying to
not
hide.
me,
Troy
man.
was hiding. I
Yeah.
had to go to the back hallway get Troy. I was like, come on. He's back there, you know, practicing and saying the words and.
Yeah, man. And then it got man. I was like, man, I don't think we ready, man. We don't even know what to do. We don't know what to say, what songs, and then, but then it got better because it was like, you know what? We picked the song. We had the hype, man.
Better this week than we was the first week.
Yeah,
First week,
yeah.
We blew it.
Yeah, we blew wreck, man. Hey, people, we can't lie, man. Listen, players mess up too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? We blew wreck. You know what I'm saying? It was a little unorganized. But the good thing I seen, even with the clients, was that, you know, I even seen clients practicing throughout the week.
Yeah,
for the second week for it. And I think a good thing that you implemented too was that they gave prize giveaway to the people. Like, you know, it's not just you getting up there. Listen, if you're stepping out of your comfort zone, here's a reward. And I think that's an important thing because when you step out of your comfort zone and start doing different things, you are rewarded more than you ever thought possible.
Sure.
You know, it definitely is a rewarding thing to do something different.
Yeah, if you stay in your shell, man, then you ain't gonna. No doors are gonna open. You know what I mean? You gotta open up doors. You gotta get them doors open up, but then you gotta come out of your comfort zone to even let people know you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like not really let them know you're there, but you know, if you stay in your comfort zone, you're gonna stay where you're at, basically. You know, but once that door gets open, man, then you start realizing you can do this.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad once you're up there. You know
It's not. It's really not. Once you get into it, it's just like you get into a zone. Tell me something. What are some plans for more Fun Fridays coming up that you plan to do for the clients? And we just want y'all to know that it's just listen. It's a great environment here. It's hard times, happy times, sad times, but overall it's more of a family environment because we really do. At First Step Recovery, they really want to see you do good. They want to see you do well in life. Not only just be in this program, but after that, be successful, get job, get house, family together, bring family back together. And a lot of times, just being on the podcast, coming on camera with a lot of the people and them telling their stories reaches a lot of people, even if they've been on drugs, or if they have family members who was on, or family members who was lost behind it or broken up. They hop on here, they tell their story. It takes courage to hop out of their comfort zones and be able to do that. You know, I know you, even when I first started, you weren't used to, you know, coming out and just, hey, you know, I'm going to be telling my story. And you did
Still
that.
ain't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to be like, yo, man, KG, come up here and do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I really do need to share my story more because you never know who it's going to reach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, I had a pretty good childhood, you know what I mean? I didn't have a lot of things go on in my childhood and stuff like that. I think what it was is I moved in with my grandparents because my parents was always partying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, like my parents was functional addicts, so they call it. You know what I mean? I knew this stuff was going on. I seen all the partying and stuff, but they would try to keep me kind of back from it, but I was seeing it, you know what I mean? Like, and then they started sending me to my grandparents' house so I wouldn't see them on the weekends. And then I wanted to stay with my grandparents, you know what I mean? Because it was just a loving household. My parents love me, don't get me wrong. Like, they still, to this day, they're my rock, you know what I'm saying? But I got close to my grandparents, bro, and I wanted to be there. Like, my parents didn't just push me over on them. Like, I wanted to be with my grandparents. And they did spoil me, you know what I mean? But my parents would spoil me too, and that was my problem.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to work for stuff, really. Like, we had a farm. I'd have to be on the farm all the time working. But, you know, once I got older, I could fall back to going to my grandparents' house if I needed to.
Yeah.
And that was like something I always knew. So if I was out here messing up, then I knew, you know, once I lost everything, I could go back to Granny's house.
Yeah.
And she was going to be there with open arms. You know, my grandpa got killed when I was like 16 years old by a farm tractor.
Dang.
And, you know, I was one of the first ones you know, that's some trauma I got. Like, I don't like talking about it, but I'm one of the first ones. I was the second one there. My grandma came and got me. Me and my little cousin was playing basketball down the street, and she's like, "It's your grandpa." And I was just helping him unhook a disc up from the tractor. He's getting ready to hook the plow up. I was like, "I'm trying to go play basketball." And he was like, "Well, just go on. I got the rest." Then here comes my grandma when we was playing basketball. I was like, "It's your grandpa. He's hurt." I didn't expect to go there and he was going to be dead up under a tractor. So I go around there to help him, but he's already dead. The tractor's on top of him, and my uncle's already there. So like that plays back in my mind. Like I still had nightmares about it, bro. Like that's definitely some trauma I'm still dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's when
you
I
was young too. How old was you at the
17
time?
when that happened.
Dang.
But before that, I had a kid at 16 years old. My parents and my grandparents let me move in with this girl when I was like 15. And we was bouncing back from her parents' house to my parents' house. Thought that was cool. I wasn't really worried about school. Wasn't worried about getting my life together. You know what I mean? Like I dropped out of school, thought I had to work because she was pregnant. And then I just quit going to school. And then I was like trying to work on the farm with my grandparents and my mom and dad and all that. And, you know, it just, I don't know, man. It just, I dropped out of school. I lost focus, you know what I mean? Because I did play sports. I played baseball and all that. I just lost focus, all that. Then I thought it was cool to smoke weed. And I thought it was cool to drink all the time, you know what I mean? And then that led on to, you know, when I got older, when I was like 15, 16, I wanted to move in with my parents because I knew that's where the party scene was. Not saying they was putting it, you know, but I was seeing the shit,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But, so I started, you know, when I was little, I was sneaking drinks off the table, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom still tells me to this day, you know, that I would try to sneak drinks and stuff. But, so I started getting high with my mom. I was like 15, so I wanted to be at their house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my dad, he's still like, you know, he didn't want me around it. He didn't want this. But my mom, me and her, she was trying to be my friend, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, today they're clean.
Yeah.
You know, I think my mom smokes weed still.
Yeah.
But she don't do it in front of me.
Yeah,
But
facts.
they're clean. To me, that it's not clean, but I'm just happy that's where they're at.
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
They're not
exactly. They're not out doing any hard,
Yeah.
like
And I
craziness or
don't
whatever.
justify weed. Like I know it's a drug too. Like, but so me and my mom, we was, you know, my dad. She was hiding from my dad. My dad would have flipped out.
Right.
They'd probably be divorced today if my dad wouldn't know that was going.
Yeah.
And then like all my dad's friends was over there, my mom's friends, and I'm getting to be about 16, 17. Grandpa gets killed. I'm going through all this trauma, you know, and I start trying to hang out with their friends. My dad's going around telling his friends, like, if I catch you around my boy, you know, we're going to have problems. You know, if I catch you getting him high, fronting him dope, all this stuff, we're going to have problems. So his friends like, man, you better not let your dad know you're over here. But how the older generation was back then, they'd rather you be at their house getting high or drunk
Than to be out there on the streets, trying
They
to-
thought they was doing me
Yeah.
a favor by keeping me there. They wasn't trying to be no harm. It was, but they thought they was looking out for me. You know what I mean? At the time, I was like, shit, this is a cool thing to do. You know what I mean? Like I've been
Yeah.
at my dad's buddy's house, and I'd have to run to the bathroom when my dad pulled up. That you know he was coming in there to get his stuff, and so, you know, there's your dad. Get in there because they was scared. You know what I mean? They was scared what he do.
Yeah.
And but really they thought that they was watching Irma because they thought they was looking out for my dad too. Like in a way, they knew it was wrong, but they knew like if I was there, they could, because they knew I was gonna do it. You know what I mean?
They felt like they'll give you some type of shelter because, man, it's like I had some friends when I was growing up, like you said, the older generation, they'd be like, their parents let them, you know what I'm saying, smoke in the house, do whatever like that. And I'm like, dang, man, what's going on? And it was like, man, you know, my parents told me, man, that they'd rather me do it here than go out in the streets.
Yeah.
And to be doing something, or possibly get killed to do something crazy out there. So then that spot might be the straight spot. So I definitely heard that before.
Yeah, see, like they was just trying, but my dad, he would have
flipped.
out.
Yeah.
But you know, me and my dad would argue and butt heads growing up, like, cause I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and he wasn't gonna tell me what to do, and like we didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? And then he got to where he didn't want me in his house. Like, then my mom was having to, you know, let me come in while he was at work and take a shower. You know what I mean? By then I was already older. I was like, you know, 17, 18, and you know, me and that girl done split up. You know, she was in the past. My parents had my son. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they was doing their thing, but then they took my son in, and they raised him good. Like, you know, they done their best, because he didn't have nobody else. His mom was out running around, I was out running around, and you know, so I was around my son all the time, but I was more of a brother figure. I was only 15 years older than he was, 16 years older. So I started treating him like a little brother as he got older, and being like you know, his best friend.
Yeah.
And so that's why I always say, like, my mom was trying to be my best friend because I did it later on with my son. So I know what it's like. I just wanted him right there with me. So I
Yeah.
knew he was safe. I had him in the streets with me when he was 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he went to juvenile when he was 16. He got out when he was 18, and I got out of prison the day after he got out of juvenile. And I just took him under my wing and thought it was cool to keep him with me. You know what I mean? Thought I was doing right by keeping him right there. But I was introducing him to all this stuff because he's just 18, fresh out. He'd been locked up since he was 15, 16.
Yeah.
But anyway, like as he was growing up, I was out there running around, running crazy, man, and wasn't really there. And then I had another son later on down the road, and his mom didn't do nothing. Like, she didn't do no type of drugs or anything. Lived a sheltered life. Went to like Christian school and everything. Her parents, you know, her dad worked at a hospital. Her mom worked at a hospital. And I started introducing her to drugs. You know what I'm saying? She never even smoked a cigarette before we got together. And then she ended up getting pregnant, and she dropped everything. She's like, I ain't doing nothing else. I messed up. She started blaming it on me. You messed my life up.
Oh, damn.
So I'm lying to her, trying to tell her I'm clean still, but I'm still selling drugs and this and that, thinking it's cool. And I was in my 20s then, and then all of a sudden, just she thinks I'm doing good because I was working and stuff too. She don't know I'm doing all this other stuff on the side, so I go to jail, and I'm on my way to prison, and she comes like 2 weeks and was like, you ain't gonna see your son no more. I ain't seen that. The kid I got with her, I haven't seen to this day. He's like probably 17 or 18 right now.
And you haven't
Ain't
seen him ever since.
No, I ain't even. I tried to reach out a couple times, and
She's not having it?
nah, but you know, it's probably better off like that because I spent a lot more time in prison after that. You know what I'm saying? I was in and out, and then I ended up getting out again and had my son. He's 15 now. Me and him's close, but my parents also raised him. My parents ended up straightening up, you know, raised him, and he was with them till he was like, I'd say 8, 9, something like that, I believe. And then they got in trouble. They got busted for trafficking. And, you know, I was out there with them doing it, you know.
Your parents got hit with the traffic?
They got hit for trafficking. I was hit for trafficking. My oldest son was hit
so
for trafficking.
all y'all got hit? It was the whole family got hit?
Yeah, and then
Dang.
my son, he didn't even know his mom at the time. He'd seen his mom like one time, and he was like 7 or 8. So the night they got busted, his mom comes and picks him up because she had her life together then. And she still got custody to this day. Like, I still go get him on the weekends. My parents still has him all the time. Like, he's close to my parents. Like, him and my dad are real close. Like, you know, my parents are straightened up today. Like, they've straightened up a lot. My dad's clean. Like I said, you know, my mom, she's clean. Besides, I think she smokes. I don't even know for sure. But
There's like kind of like a generational thing. Some things affected you from what you went through with your parents, and it kind of trickled down to your children a little bit.
yeah, it's like I couldn't hold it against them for letting my grandparents have me. I'm putting my kids off on them. You know what I mean? And it was the best at the time, for real.
So how's your relationship now with your children? Because you've been clean for now. Like, you haven't been messing up for a while now. How has things been with mending those relationships?
Well, my oldest son, he's locked up. He's got more trafficking charges.
So he took it to the
year ago.
streets. He started.
He just
went to the street.
Like, when I got clean at first, I tried to bring him down here, put him in a program that I was running then. It was like it was a side off this program. We would use their classes here, but they stayed in another guy's sober living. But you know, I tried to get him down here to do the right thing, and he did for a little bit. Then he took off, and I knew what he was doing. But he was out there running crazy, man, and I was clean. And I was sitting there praying every night that he gets caught. You know what I mean? And that's a bad way to, you know, I was afraid he was gonna die because I knew what he was messing with. Because when he was coming to my house, he was nodding, and I know, you know what I mean? Like, I've overdosed plenty of times myself, like, and I'm blessed to be here. Like, no
You had to
reason.
get Narcan?
Yeah, I
like
got
that?
Narcan a bunch of times, been in the hospital, and it wouldn't stop me. The only thing that ever stopped me was jail until this last time. The last time I got clean, it was God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I broke down in the nighttime. All the other times I knew I had to go to jail to get clean. I would never go to any program to get clean. And the last time I got clean, man, I just broke down one night, prayed to God. My wife had done left me. She took my daughter because, you know, like, after I got clean, I called this girl I knew back home that I dated before, you know, and she came, moved to Louisville. We had a daughter and was married, had my stuff together, you know what I mean? And then I relapsed on drinking liquor. And then it went to a little more. And luckily I didn't go all the way. I went out for about a month and lost everything. You know what I'm saying? And fast.
That was God saying right there, listen,
Yeah.
you're not even gonna be doing this again, man. Nah,
it was the worst time.
Nah,
like,
you're gonna. I forgot somebody else came on to the podcast before, and I was like, man, you know what, man, I was doing good, man, and then I relapsed in like the month and a half. He said, man, that was the worst month and a half I ever had. He said it was never like that ever before. He said, but the last one, it like almost killed me to the point
worse,
where,
like,
it gets worse every time.
Yeah, and I had 2 years before that clean.
Damn.
And that's when we got together, and we had my daughter, my first girl, you know what I mean? I've got all my other kids are boys, had my first girl, and I was like, you know, I'll never go back to that life. That life ain't gonna get me, you know what I mean? And then one day I was on my way home from work. I can take a shot of liquor now because I got 2 years clean. That shot of liquor within a month done took me to everything else that made me lose everything. And then my wife got up and she went to my parents' house and was like, they wouldn't even tell me where she was at though. My mom and dad didn't tell me she was there. She wouldn't tell me where she was at. But she went to my parents and was like, look, you got to get clean. You got to go to detox before you even see us again. I'm not telling you where we're at. But, you know, I know today where they was at, but I didn't know then. So I'm like, down here in Louisville, I'm like, dang, man. And one night I just had enough. I dropped to my knees and prayed to God. I was like, man, I got to do this, you know what I mean? So my mom and my wife came, took me to detox. And on the way there, I was like, man, I'm not going to no detox. Because I ain't never done it before. I ain't never went without a parole officer making me or the cops taking me to jail. I ain't never done that on my own, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never just made the decision to go and went, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started thinking about it. We're on the way to Elizabethtown. I'm like, nah, I'm not going. So they argued, fought with me on the way there.
Dang.
And anyway, we came back, and that night, man, I was so guilty. I was like, man, because I seen my daughter. She was with us on the way there. And seen my wife and how it's hurt my mom. My mom's talking to my dad on the phone. I can see it. You know, me and my dad's close now, like real close. And, you know, it's just, I seen what it was doing to them. I was like, man, the next day I called him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. He's like, we're not wasting our time and coming back and getting you and taking you. So I had to find my own way there. And I laid in that detox, man. I thought I was gonna die in there. And then I completed detox and I called the guy that owns this program because I came in this program years ago. I didn't finish, but I stayed in contact with the owner of First Step, and we became good friends. He's like a brother to me now, you know what I mean? And he's definitely a positive influence on me, man. He's like a mentor. He's younger than me, but he's a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like he's an addict and he's got his life straight, you know what I'm saying? I see all that, and he's good-hearted, man. He really cared what happened to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I called him from detox, like, hey, bro, I'm in detox. He's like, no, you ain't. Because he knew when I had 2 years clean, like, he hadn't heard nothing else. Because when I relapsed, I just kind of fell back from everybody. So last thing he heard was I was clean for like 2 years. And he's like, no, you ain't. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm in detox down here. I'm getting out. Can you come get me? And he's like, yeah, I'll come get you. So he come got me and let me stay here for a little bit in the program. And my wife is still in Elizabethtown. I told the owner, I was like, look, man, I'm going to go back down here with my wife and kids, you know what I mean? He's like, that's cool. I was just bringing you. He was bring me here to help me, you know what I mean? Because if I would have just got out of detox and not had nowhere to go, it's hard to tell him where I'd be, you know what I'm saying? So he let me come here and get a plan together. And then I went back down there and went into another program, and because it's close to my wife, and then went to work. But I kept calling the owner, hey, bro, give me a job, you know, because I worked for him years ago. He was like, nah, not right now. He wants to see how I was going to do. I didn't know at the time. But after like 8 months passed, he called me up one day. He's like, man, I've been watching you on Facebook. and letting you fester on it. But I'm gonna give you a job. You know what I mean? He's like, I just been watching, seeing what you was gonna do. And I came back up here, man. He helped me get an apartment to get my family back together. Cause when we was in E-Town, she was in one sober living, I was in the other. She was working, I was working. We was, you know, I would pick the baby up so she could go to work. Then I worked a different shift so she could, like, we was just, you know, we was used to living together during them 2 years, and then all of a sudden we're living that.
Yeah.
And the owner of this place knew, like, he knew what I wanted, but he also wanted to see what I was going to do with him telling me that he's like, it'll be a while before I give you a job. But he watched me on Facebook and he called me up, man, helped me get an apartment, helped me get a vehicle, you know what I'm saying, and he helped me get my life together.
Yeah.
And put me in a position here, and it was housing director. I was housing director for like 4 months here, man. He came to my office one day and was like, how you like your job? I was like, where's this going? You know, you don't fire me over here? And he's like, no, come with me. He took me in his office and said, I want you to run the program. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I'd been working here like 6 months when he gave me that position. But he knows me from being clean in 2 years and my determination and my work ethic. Like, I've done what I was supposed to do in them 2 years.
Yeah.
But then I started falling back from everything I knew was right. And then I quit working in recovery, went to work in, another construction job, and it's just, I started slipping, bro.
So you think that recovery, working in recovery, is helping keeping you like you know what? Because you're continuously seeing that other people are coming in their lives, and the same way that you got help, you're able to actually go out and help people because now you got your life right.
Yeah.
And before, it seemed like even before, I think the reason why it hurts people so bad, me personally, like when people get hurt so bad, and they turn around and they've been doing good for 2, 3, 4 years or whatever, even 1 year or whatever, and then they relapse and then they lose everything, like you lost everything. Yeah. That's a sobering experience in itself. Like, you know what? You done had a taste of how it was, how good it was when you weren't high, your family coming together. Then once you sit there and you see those conversations of, you hear those conversations and then you just play back in your mind of your wife crying or the look on their face of disappointment, and that eats away, man. Like, you know what, man, I'm not doing this no more, man. That's a wrap. Yeah, I think God softens your heart, bro.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
When you give it to God, like you said, I feel like you can't recover without God first off.
Yeah.
But when you said you gave it to God, jail, that was always this or that. But then when you gave it to God, you said you broke down. Then it's like, you know what? He showed you, like, you know what, bang. And then everything got better than it even was before, kind of like the story of Job.
Yeah. That's what my wife said. She was like, you're totally different now. Like, yeah, I was clean them 2 years, but I wasn't the person I am now. Like, I ran a sober living for them couple years or whatever, and I was different. I wasn't as compassionate. After I had the relapse, bro, like, it opened up a lot, bro, because I know that it can happen just like that. Like, I could be out there tomorrow if I don't keep focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do today, tomorrow it's hard telling where I'll be. You know what I mean? So, like, my wife always tells me, I hate that happened, but it's a good thing that it happened. She was like, even the guys that come in here that knew me from before, like the clients, they're like, bro, you're totally different now. Like, it blows their mind because I'm more compassionate about my job now, bro, because before I had the 2 years, like, I was like, if I can do this, anybody can do it. Well, I don't know what their life's, what they're dealing with in life, so I shouldn't even been thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what the next person's dealing with. So I'm compassionate about that now. Like, first step, we're the second chance, program. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we believe in chances. And these guys coming in, like, I understand they got a lot going on, bro. Like, we all got some stuff going on, but I don't know what this guy's got going on. He relapsed, but yeah, he might have a whole lot going on, and I'm not going to hold that against him tomorrow as long as he's doing today what he can do to bounce back from that relapse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
it's like a humbling experience.
That's what I was going to say.
And that's the thing, bro. It's like, it says in the word, that pride is the beginning of a downfall. Yeah. He also said that, hey, those who think there's something be careful because, you could fall the same type of way that somebody else is,
for
know?
sure.
So it's like, you never, I just say it's best to humble yourself before God has to humble you.
Yeah.
Because when he humbles you, you get hit where it hurts, and it's like, man, you know what? But it's all because he wants a better plan, because even if you were just doing it before and like, you know what, more of a prideful type of thing, now it's like, a good thing you said was that compassion. When you have empathy, now you're putting yourself in the other people's shoes and be like, you know what, it could literally happen at any time to anybody. I'm just wanting to see you do the best that you can. And if I see you just making progress, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to help you get to that level, man.
Yeah, that's what, like, I want these guys and girls here, like, to know that somebody believes in them, you know what I mean? Believes they can do this stuff. Because if somebody didn't believe in me, I wouldn't be sitting here today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, then it almost brings tears in my eyes, because if the owner of this program didn't see something in me that I didn't see at the time, bro, probably wouldn't even be sitting here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, he's like a brother to me now. Like, I go stay at his house for weeks straight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wants me there, like, it's crazy. Like, I never thought I'd be sitting here running First Step Recovery.
Yeah.
Never in a million years. But he sees me putting in the work, you know what I mean? Like, he's not just gonna throw somebody in here that he don't believe in, so I know he believes in me. Like, it just feels good to have somebody believe in you. So, like, that's what I try to do for these clients. Like, yeah, I might have to, have talks with them and stuff, but I want them to know, like, I believe in you.
Yeah.
I know you can do this. Like, you just gotta put the work in and take this shit serious, and you're gonna get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all on God's time, though.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Just like when I was waiting to get a job here, get my job back here, it was on God's time, bro. Steve, the owner, he was watching me from afar. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I kept in contact with him, like, hey, what's up? Because he's became like family to me, even before I started back here. But because when I was getting out of detox, bro, I didn't have no phone numbers, you know what I mean? My wife, she was in Elizabethtown, but she didn't have no way, and I called him, bro. I was like, hey, come pick me up. And he was there, like, in the next hour. Well, I called him the day before, and he's like, call me back tomorrow. I was like, is he going to answer me tomorrow? But the next day I called him, man, and he was there within an hour to pick me up. And, it's all love here, bro. Like, even it's all love here. They love you back to life here. Like, he wasn't making no money off of me that day. He was spending money by coming down there. He bought me food when he got me from detox. And he knew I wasn't coming here to stay in the program. He knew I was coming here to get a plan together. He don't care about none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, if I didn't have the support group with him and some of my coworkers here, if I didn't have that support group, if I didn't have my wife at home that believes in me, if, my parents did, if I didn't have the connection with them that I do now, I wouldn't be here, bro. Like, I'd still be out there in the streets running, trying to get everything the wrong way, and it's going to get taken away out there. You get it the wrong way, it's going to eventually be taken away.
It's going to get taken away.
Everything I got now, though, I know I'm going to be able to keep it as long as I keep doing, God's plan.
Yeah.
As long as I stay focused and stick to the plan, bro, and just prayer, meditation, and working out, and helping people. I want to keep what I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, and working out's a big part of my recovery too. Everybody knows that. Like, I post videos. Like,
all day, bro. Like every day, man. But check him out. He about to open up his workout page now. Just chill. He got a fitness page. He got coming soon. But yeah, man. But working out is a great thing, man. That's why I like to exercise, and be healthy is good for you. And when you get
coping mechanism.
Yeah, coping mechanism.
Stress relief.
Yeah, it's like, man, you learn to do things. You don't have to drink. You don't have to get high. You don't have to do all this other stuff. You could have fun. Being sober is fun. You know what I'm saying? You just have to step out and do it. Man, so tell me, man, what are some of your plans for the future, bro?
Plans for the future?
Yeah, what do you got? What's some of your plans?
I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, man, trying to better myself every day. I'm just going to stick with trying to help people, man, because when you help people, the blessing is always going to come, you know what I mean? Like, but if you're trying to help people and God sees that, bro, he's going to bless you, as long as he sees you on the right track. And I don't care about money, I don't care about being rich, I care about my family knowing I'm going to be there every day. My family having a roof over their head, and me having a relationship with my kids and my parents, and keeping the friends that I got. Because the circle I got right now is a strong circle, and it's people that's, wanting a better life, wanting to help people. Like, it's my circle strong of my support group right now.
Yeah.
So with all that, man, it's hard telling what the future could bring.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how I look at it, man. It's like, when you got your purpose, that's your life mission. Remember that people find your purpose. What God has you here for, follow that purpose. Because when your purpose is to do, like what the word says, loving everybody as yourself, you want to see yourself do good, you want to do this, that, do that. You want that for your neighbor. Once you get right, get the plank out of your eye, then you're able to help your neighbor get it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you're able to make good judgment calls, righteous judgment, it says in the Bible. You make good judgment calls, and then you're able to be like, you know what, I was there. I had that same thing in my eye. I was doing the same thing you was doing.
Yeah.
But now since it's gone, I can help you. And then once you find out what that is, you get it out, you're able to help other people. And I think that's why it's so important with even people coming on the podcast and telling their story, because you don't know who you might help. They might have been through the same exact things you went through, and then they hear their story. And then even if it's just one person who hears something that comes up off of this and be like, you know what, there's a place for help, or you know what, man, there's hope out there. There is.
You tricked me, bro. We're supposed to come in here and talk about about Fun Friday. I mean, I should share my story more to reach people, man.
That's what it's there for. It's your testimony, bro. Like, that's why every show I just tell a little bit. People like, where's my story at?
Yeah.
Just literally just go through 51 episodes, and each episode I tell more of my story. Every single episode.
I'm gonna have to interview you
all
one
the time,
day, bro.
Yeah, hey, go ahead, man. I'm out here. I'm out in the streets. Yeah, man. So hey, thanks for coming on, bro. And hey, is there anything you'd like to tell to the people, man? Just tell them and let them know it's your time, bro.
Yeah, check out our Fun Friday videos coming out, man, because this Fun Friday is going to be a talent show.
Yeah. What made you think about the talent show before we end it off? What made you switched it up from the karaoke to now talent show? What made you think of that?
Karaoke's. I just don't want them to get burnt out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Some people don't want to sing. So what is their talent? You know what I'm saying? I just want to see what their talents are. It's hard to tell what we're going to see.
Yeah, exactly. You got
That's the fun part.
Yeah, you got some talented people. Like when I was locked up, I seen some talented people locked up. People think you got people who are artists, singers, people who's smart, old business owners. Just people who just made bad decisions, man.
Yeah.
But you got people with real talent out there, man. And just might not be in the best situations at this time. So hey, stay tuned for more. We're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna keep it right, and have a blessed day.
Yep.